Hello and good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. I hope that you're having a great week and I hope that things are going relatively okay. I know Mercury is not a fun thing right now. I know that it's causing mayhem, challenges. I'm having duplicated sounds. There we go. All we can do is just take a deep breath and keep going and try and find tools and supports to help us. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting you an added support. The angels are a fantastic, fantastic ally and support for us. We don't always connect in with them as much as we should. There's a lot of things there's things we do, we should, but we don't. The important thing is that we do take some time and try and push ourselves a bit to see what they want to say to us, what they need to share with us without expectation, without demands. So today, let's change scenes here. What I want to do is, like I said, work with the angels. I can channel angels without angel decks. It's not as much connection for the viewer. Well, hello. I'm glad you caught me. The 12th eye. I do have to ask, the 12th eye, what does that mean? Just curious. Curiosity. I ask the questions. So I do like to make sure that I have angel decks for you guys so you have pictures. Now this deck, this is the Healing with the Angels Oracle. I know there's a lot of conspiracy around these decks because it's created by a Diana Virtue. Or Doreen Virtue, sorry. I know Doreen's in a dark spot right now and has renounced everything. However, this is a gift from somebody, so I didn't even pay her and she didn't get royalties. And it also doesn't have the extensive blurb that many decks have. So be aware that if you are buying a Doreen Virtue book or deck, she still gets royalties. And she's trying to get out of those royalties. It's weird, is all I can say. This deck is a beautiful deck by Kim Dreyer. And this is the Angel Inspiration Oracle. Fantastic deck. Fantastic. Well, welcome. Nothing deep. You know what? Sometimes we don't need to get deep, the 12th eye. And this deck, it's not my favorite because of that. I don't like the pips and I don't like the bottom part. There's like one word blurbs for every card. Ooh, that's upside down. What caught me were the Royals and the Major Arcana. The angel decks I find are hard because they will say, oh, well, Archangel Michael will say this. Yeah, he did 10 years ago when it was produced, and that message wasn't for me. So I find this is easier. I'm still working on finding the perfect deck, which I'm hearing I have to create, but I don't. There's only 24 hours in a day. So, okay, you can have that card. All right, let's look at doing a group reading, and then I'll open up the floor for individual readings. What messages do the angels have for my friends? Oh, come on, guys. Keep it on the table. I love jumpers, yet I don't love jumpers. Because I have short arms. I'm not that far from the ground, but still, short arms. And it was the Ace of Wands that jumped. So know that, yeah, Mercury's in retrograde, things, lots of expectations, lots of demands, and it's like, I feel, know that there are opportunities. We have one of the personal planets in retrograde, which means its energies aren't as commanding as they normally are. There are many opportunities, many ways that we can words are hard. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. Challenge ourselves and start to connect in with these opportunities, these new beginnings, because they're not just any new beginning. They're ones that are going to bring us out of that slump. They're going to bring in that fulfillment, that joy, that breath of fresh air. It's going to be hard to see, don't get me wrong, but they're going to be there because we're so caught up in those expectations and demands. Now we have the Magician. First card in the Major Arcana, and this guy uses his everyday tools that are all around him to channel that energy to where he wants it. Channel that magic, if you will, quote unquote magic, to where it needs to be. And we need to be very present of mind as to where our energies are going, what we're doing, so we're staying in control of ourselves. We're not becoming reactive. Reactivity will cause challenge and problem. The Six of Wands. Lots of passion here, lots of fire. And that's going to help us because right now many people are feeling really funky, really kind of so it's nice to have that passion, that fulfillment. It's there with work. Now, it's not just going to go, here you go. You have to work at it, guys, because this is the Six of Wands. This is the card that usually has the fellow on the horse where he's got his wand and there's all this crowd going, yay for you, you're the hero. Well, he's persevered. He's conquered his beast. We need to persevere. We need to use that inner flame to help push us using our tools, those everyday aspects, those things at hand that we have a tendency to minimize and forget when we're stressed out, overwhelmed, and just feeling blah. The Two of Wands, very fiery reading. It's in reversal and it's getting really bad light. All right, let's get that light out of the way. Two of Wands, of course, is about choice, decision. Well, you can't make clear decisions without starting to, you need to balance and ground yourself. We've got a lot of fire here. So if we are not grounded, we don't have that earthy connection, what's going to happen? We're going to fizzle out. It's going to be a wildfire. Yeah, it is a lot of wands. You're right. It's a lot of fire. Know that passion can support you. That inner flame can very much ignite different opportunities. But again, like I said, when I had the wand here, or the Magician, we need to stay in control of that. We need to be the conductor. Where does it go? Like I said originally, many of us are feeling overwhelmed. We don't feel like we are in control of self. We need to counter these using our tools at hand. The wand, we know, is fire. Well, water needs to come into this. So that compassion for self. The pentacle needs to come into this. We need that grounding. The sword needs to come into this. We need to use our head. Because like I said, reaction is the worst thing possible right now. We go off and rip someone's head off, which is very easy to do right now, especially with all this fire. Especially as we are in a fixed earth sign of Taurus, because Taurus is great for getting work done. Oh, you give him a job to do and he's on it. But if you tell him he's wrong, he becomes a tyrant. So know that we do have that passion. We do have that fire within us. We just need to counter it. We need to balance it out. We do have another lesser hidden angel message with multiple ones here. When you see that multiple one, the angels are telling you to trust in your abilities. Trust in you. You've got this. You may not trust yourself that you've got this, but know you've got it. It's not the first Mercury retrograde we've dealt with, and let's be honest, sometimes we do feel like we are burning on the inside and we just need an outlet. So this is where I'm saying that we do have to use those everyday tools. We know what we have a plethora of. We got lots of it. What are we missing? What's going to make us take control of this fire? Be victorious, because we have that ability, and, well, overcome those challenges. The magician uses his everyday aspects to make great movement and strides forward. We too need to take a page out of his grimoire, if you will, to make progress in our everyday, helping us, because let's be honest, it's so easy to get overwhelmed. It's so easy to get lost in the shuffle. Let's not get lost in the shuffle. All right, nice segue. Let's shuffle. Let's get into some more cards here. What will support my friends to minimize some of this fire or chances of wildfire? Faith. I said a few moments ago, and I love it when this is why I like using different decks, because they reconfirm in another way of what I may or may not have said a few minutes ago. Trusting in you, having faith in you and your abilities is going to be paramount. I know, easier said than done, but at the same time, it's really important. This fire will consume you, especially with us having a lot of external challenges with Mercury in retrograde, with, well, the energies that are present. There's a lot of push and pull right now. Have faith. You've dealt with different things at different times in different ways. But you have abilities, lots of opportunities. It's just we need to push forward and make some decisions that are for us. Not just because, but for us. This is where we need that sword. Clear thinking, guys. How do you get that? Remembering to breathe so that you can use more of your brain. That's a science fact. If you're not breathing, you're not able to use what you've got going on in there. Sit down and just take a few breaths. Make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that the thoughts aren't racing. If they are racing, then use your tools. Maybe do a quick meditation. Maybe grab that calming crystal. And the easiest and my go-to would be an amethyst. They're cheap and cheerful and found everywhere. It does not matter if they're on your person or around you. Give yourself permission to start to look at the situation. Write it out. Use that third eye. Ask the hard questions of self. And make sure that you're taking time to check in. Is this being critical of me? Am I being mean or having that negative self-talk? Or am I actually just looking at the situation? Because that passion, it's connected into the heart center. And our heart center can start to get kind of mucky. We want to stay in our head. So balancing things out. Should I turn the card? I don't know how many times I've done that. It's kind of fun. But yes, if you have that monkey brain, again, use the tools. On my channel, I have, it's got to almost be in the triple digits by now, meditations. I've got healings. I've got supports. I've got those tools. Pick one. They're all going to breathe. They're going to help you breathe. They're going to help you calm. They're going to help you ground. They're going to help stabilize you. It helps to silence things for you. He's upside down, but it doesn't matter if he's upside down or not. He's an archangel. Archangel Raguel. I have meditations with him as well. He is the balancing archangel. He comes in on an aquamarine color. Anybody who works with the angels knows you don't need to have an aquamarine. You can just ask. You can bring in a clear quartz. Do I have a clear quartz? No. Children are fun. They're like, ooh, I'll take that one. I'm just gonna go take it for a walk. I'm taking it to school. I may or may not see that crystal again. So you can just call them in. Helps with calming, your thoughts, bringing balance to you, because that monkey brain is a challenge. That negative self-talk, a bigger challenge. Know that those challenges, they're real and they suck, but you can take control of it. You have that ability. We got to trust in ourselves. You can also ask Archangel Raguel to support you in doing some intentional bathing. So asking him to come in and support you in clearing yourself out energetically. You can also, hey Shauna, you made it. Yay. You could also ask him to come in and support you while you sleep. You don't have to make things harder or complicated. You just need to use your words. They can't come in if you don't ask. They can't breach that law of free will without it. If you don't ask, they won't step in. The only time they will step in without asking is if your life is in danger. Your life's not in danger. This is a learning moment. It's looking at what's happening and balancing things out a bit. All right. What healing will support my friends the most right now? And that aquamarine color can also hit on your throat chakra, guys. So be aware of your throat chakra. It's taking a big hit, especially if you have Gemini, and I believe it's Virgo. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone in chat. Virgo, I think, is connected to Mercury as well. There's another one. There's two connected to Mercury, and I know for sure it's Gemini. Because when when Castor and Pollux, the Gemini twins, were in Mercury retrograde, oh my God, gong show, gong show. Miracles. Trust in the support. Trust in some of this high vibrational energy. There are miracles happening from high vibrational beings and physical beings. We create miracles in our lives, in other people's lives. It is Virgo. Thank you, 12 Eyes. I thought it was. You know how you second guess yourself? Yeah, we all do it. But there are miracles in our everyday. Trust in others, trust in the high vibrational beings. Because it does happen. We just need to be A, present, and B, open to it. Because we can embrace them. Intention. I just mentioned the intentional bathing, intentional sleeping. Ask for help. Set intentions. It helps to like we've got all this passion up here, guys. It helps to very much clearly put you on a page and draw out those expectations so that you're aware and present, and it helps you to already bring in those high vibrational beings, whether it be a guide, the angels, archangels. Even if you don't know who it is, you can say any and all high vibrational beings for my greater and most positive good. Boom. Beings that you may have not worked with before will step forward. That's how you're going to get more supports, more tools, and the help that you need right now. Aligning that intention. It helps because sometimes, especially now, we're kind of scatterbrained. That monkey brain is real. So let's hone it in. What do you want to work on? What do you want to do? What will help you the most to use this passion, use those tools, and get the work done? Okay. So my friends in chat, if you want a reading, I have my angel deck. And what other deck do I have? Where is it? Oh, I brought the Chromatic Fates. So if you want an angel reading, you can let me know. I will put the cards away. You guys can ask questions. I'm going to just open it up to chat. And I'm just thankful. I tried to do this on Friday. And the program I used to have the double windows, it decided to crash multiple times. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. I think I have a little bit more support on this one. It's just not me doing a weekly reading. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Okay. I will open them back. So you don't necessarily have to use the angel deck if you're not interested. I do have my very pretty Chromatic Fates deck with me. It's just a normal tarot deck. You can just let me know what deck and what question you'd like. There we go. So the Chromatic Fates, you'd like a general one? 12? You bet. Let me know which deck you'd prefer. The Chromatic Fates was a deck that I supported on Kickstarter. I love to get the indie decks that may not be as well known. The Chromatic Fates 78 artists got together under one banner, and they each got one card to create, and they created it. It's a really cool idea. I don't know if you guys have this, but right now I've got the hot cold going on. It's cool, but every now and then it feels like my house is burning up. You bet, Shauna. I will, right after 12, you can have a reading. I just need to know which decks you guys prefer. If you want an angel deck or if you want the standard, like, Chromatic Fates. You'd like the Chromatic Fates? You got it. 12, do you have a deck that you prefer? And for all my friends who know the standard deck, the 12 other chromatic, you bet. So for all my friends who know where this little place is, I will be in Lethbridge doing a market next weekend. No. Is it next weekend already? What? Yeah, it is. Woot, woot. Yay. I love going home. It's home, but it's not home. I'm technically at home, but yeah. It's a wonderful market. General for 12th Eye. Okay. All right, these two cards came out. This one, it was upside down. Ooh. It is the 9 of Cups. And I apologize for the really small print, but that is the 9 of Cups. It's a beautiful 9 of Cups. This is the 4 of Cups. It too is in reversa. Nice. The King of Coins, Midas himself, Midas touch. The King of Pentacles. Oh, I love this card. The 6 of Cups. This is the reminiscing card. I love that tea party. It's just, yeah, it just makes me all sorts of happy. So right away, I can see we've got a lot of focus in on those physical demands. You're trying to like conquer that, getting things done. We're not paying attention to the emotional, spiritual side. We're kind of just hyper focusing in on getting that everyday demand done, trying to accrue that stability, that physical stability. We need to make sure that we're balancing things out. These two cards came out together. They're very, very connected. Not only are they in the same suit, but they also talk about the same idea. We're looking at those possibilities, that abundance. The Four of Cups here talks about really focusing in on what's right in front of us and missing the point. We may know that there's a point there. However, it's kind of like on the back burner. Yeah, I'll get to it when I've got time. Know that the more we neglect this, we're going to destabilize this. Body, mind, and soul are connected. You're going to find that your mind goes fast forward even more as we're missing this. We need to start to turn these by acknowledging them. The abundance. This isn't the physical abundance. This is the harder abundance to see. The spiritual, the emotional abundance. This talks about being present of mind and grabbing hold of the Holy Grail. When we start to grab hold of the abundance in the emotional and spiritual, we're going to start to connect the dots. Things are going to start to become more clear. We're going to see Midas become even more supportive because we're starting to use our tools, our what we have right at hand, which is there. And it's like, hi, I'm here. And you're like, oh, yeah. I get you. It's time to take that break. Time to take that pause. Start to use that thinking center. Intuitive energy is at our thinking center, our third eye center. Give yourself some time, permission. Literally, sit down and do it. Historically, it's been something that you've done. You may not remember doing it, but you used to play with this energy a lot. And that's the piece. Play with the energy. We can't get to, I gotta do this. Okay. And then become frustrated, overwhelmed, just kind of like, I just don't want to do this. If we are resisting this or dreading it, it's not going to work. It'll become very hard to identify, and you're going to see these physical elements come forward. Yeah, but I have to do this. Yeah, but the laundry needs to be done. Yeah, but that has to happen. Clear it off. Allow yourself to acknowledge some of these pieces. It's easier to build off of things that are going right. When we start to strengthen the mind and the spirit, we're going to start to see that physical element really shine. Nothing bad or scary, but just a gentle reminder that there's stuff that will help on the more, especially the emotional piece. It feels like there's a lot weighing on you, and that play, it's not so much the reminiscing piece, it's that play energy of this card. It's always got that play. The original card that Pamela Coleman-Smith drew has and I don't know why, but it's an elf giving flowers to a little girl. It has that very innocent, carefree, childish energy. We need it. Sometimes we have to simplify things. And we forget that sometimes. Do you have any other questions, 12? Oh, sorry, Sean, I missed that. Hi, I'm excited to see you too. You're going to make it to the market? That would be awesome. Oh, seriously? How many times do they have to drop cards? I asked them to keep the cards on the deck, but hey, Hope. Hope was the one that decided to do the leap of faith. Don't give up on you, your situation, on what you're trying to pull through. That hope, that inner light will help guide you. It can be really hard, especially if we're hyper-focusing in on one aspect, to allow ourselves to lighten up and see other aspects, see other opportunities or other possibilities, because we get so ingrained in doing it one way. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are hitting the nail on multiple heads. Show justice. I love the fact that this is the middle card. Balance. Goes back actually to the general reading I had. Archangel Raguel is going to be a friend of yours. That balance is going to be very important. Like I said, body, mind, and soul is a triangle that can easily topple. And then faith. Trust in you, trust in your abilities, trust in other people. Because faith it can easily be swayed, especially if we're feeling kind of overwhelmed and funky. Have the faith that you two will get this sorted out. There is light at the other end of the tunnel, especially if you start to bring the light to you. Making sure that we're staying in that positive energy, that we're staying in that positive frame and building ourselves up. Hey Pooja, how's it going? So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, going to Shauna next. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am doing really well. How are you, Pooja? I'm going to be doing a reading for Shauna, and then if you'd like a reading, you can let me know what question you have. I have the Angel Tarot or the Chromatic Fates Tarot with me today. Okay. Ooh, Freya. She's been coming up more and more for me. I'm going to have to look more into working with her. You're not the first person to ask me about her. Let's see. How does Shauna connect more into Freya and improve on her path? Shauna, I know that I know where you live because, like I said, you're close to market. I'm going to, and I can't remember if you have one, but I'm seeing a little garden. It's a fairy garden with lots of color, lots of like different types of flowers. Do not ask me the flowers. I don't know. They're just bright and colorful, and they smell nice. That's important. I don't know how it's important. I might find out, but I'm seeing that, so that's going to be a piece that we need to work on. And know that I think it's more important. It's important for you and possibly your little monkey. It's not a monkey, more of a dragon, but your little dragon. So, all right. Oh yeah. The Knight of Cups. I don't know why it makes me happy that he's got a motorbike, not a horse, but it just makes me happy. Do you have a fairy garden? Because it's not really something that I don't think you and I've talked about that before. Can't remember. This one's reverse. Ooh, the Tower. Reversal. It's a very pretty tower. We just had that card in reversal. The Four of Cups. Okay. You have a fairy house. Okay. So, you're going to have similar weather to what I have. It's still not the best to start gardening. You may want to start to add like even colorful plants if you can, or bring it into the garden when it's nice out, if that makes any sense. It's going to be important. Not so much to this though. It's just something that you should do. All right, the tower in reverse. Things are still going to be a little bit challenging for you guys. I'm sorry to say. It's a tail end though. We've got it in reversal. It feels like you're walking away from it, not walking to it. So know that it may be a bit more dicey. Make sure that you're grounded and not reactive. Reactivity is not going to support you. It's not going to support you on your path. It's really against, like, yeah, okay, Freya can be easily, it's the right word, insensitized, I guess. But we don't want that reactivity because we want our path to be less challenging. Okay? Taking that time and calming self, calming intuition, emotion will support you, not only going past the tower, but it's going to help you get that end goal. That compassion needs to also land on self, knowing that we put ourselves on the back burner as a parent. We need to start to give ourselves some time and energy. Freya is a very amazing feminine energy. Well, we need to start to really cultivate that within, so that not only are we able to overcome any challenges that will arise, we start to grab hold of that holy grail. I would suggest if there's something on the calendar, just a second. I gotta pull up my calendar because that just showed up in my head and I don't know why. Is it next week? Oh yeah. Okay. I'm still in this week mode. Beltane is next week. Beltane's going to be really important. Do some time. Well, sorry, that didn't come out right. Spend some time with channeling and working with her energy, celebrating her, celebrating you as we are in that midpoint. Enjoy that energy, but make sure you're scheduling in time for you. Expectations, demands, challenges, they're always going to be there. But make sure you're taking that time. It is about taking hold of that cup and embracing it. So whether it be this weekend or Monday, give yourself a little bit of time, permission, and energy to include her into your celebration in whatever that would look like. I love it when all of a sudden they're like, yeah, don't forget that. Like, the calendar, what's going on? I know I'm going down for a market. No. But yeah, don't forget those, because it is easy to forget. You get overwhelmed with work, with life, with kids, we forget the small pieces. And I think it's in those small pieces that you're going to find great movement. And it's not going to be fast and furious movement. You got to remember, he's like the mid-range of speed, right? He saunters. I like to say he saunters, because when you look at the different stages of motion of the knights, you've got the sword that is like beelining it in there, and the wand is kind of on his feet. And then there's Lancelot, this knight going, I gotta take my time. I gotta do it my way. Very much the energy I'm getting from it. This is not going to be an easy cookie cutter thing for you. But that said, that's not your energy. You need to do it your way and be okay with it. You will be reinventing different things, but it's not going to be reinventing the wheel. It's going to be creating things that are going to be really helpful for you. And I don't know if you have one, but I'm seeing that you're going to be working with Freya to build a wand. Not sure. If you have one, you get another one. You will be building one from scratch. It may not be this summer, but it's going to be things. Keep your eye open for things that are going to go into that wand. That you want to know how you're going to connect in more with her. That is how. And you're going to create it. Yeah, it's going to be kind of like a missing tool that you didn't know you needed until now, if that makes sense. Oh, okay. I need to grab a different deck. Do you have any questions about that, Shauna? She broke her last one. Oh my God. I love it when I'm just like, a wand. Sometimes they're really clear when you ask very direct questions. Because I've worked with your team before, they're just like, oh, you gotta let her know this. Don't forget next week. What the? So, yeah. But yeah, you will be rebuilding one, and it's going to be something that's it'll take time. All right, what's gonna help you here? This is a new deck that I have. The Angel deck didn't fit right. This is the Oracle deck. There it is. Yep. Oh, I'm running out of room. Sorry. I laugh because I know. The Draghouse. Long. Good luck, jump, mouse, Asian, and tiny. This is very much a unique deck that helps to build off on many different prompts. What's coming up is the tiny. It's going to be the small things. This is a movement card, and it's also about animals. The lady who draws these, you've seen my cores before because I've read a core with you. This is the same artist. Her name is Jessica from Rare Dragons. It's amazing. She's amazing. Potted Chomper. Desire, manipulation, and useful. It's the desire and useful, but it's also the plant. I told you earlier that I'm not sure. It's not due to Freya. It has something. It's important, that fairy garden. I don't know what it is for, though. And I think it's something for you to find out. But that useful and the plant is really coming forward. Here we have people. She has themes in her card. So it's work and business, and then you have society and people. Be aware that others are watching and taking notes, if you will. You're inspiring people that you don't know. So we want to make sure that we're not getting into something that you wouldn't want others to do. We want to stay high vibrational. Oh, I love this. The Drago bra. Oh my God, words are hard today. Social, vegetarian, and sugar high. I know people are frustrating right now, but make sure that you are taking time to connect in. Because like I said, people are inspired by you. So making sure that you have that time to celebrate. It's definitely. Oh, right. So make sure that you are getting out there, because it can be easy to get hyper focused. And it's going to be important to make sure that you're getting connected in with people, because I think people have gifts for you to help you with that wand. So make sure that you're taking that time for you. Get out there, enjoy, celebrate. Yeah. Do you have any other questions? Yeah, I love Jessica from Rare Dragons. I now have 2 Oracle decks from her and more cores that I'm bringing in. So I'll have them at my market when I'm down in Lethbridge next weekend, not this weekend. Thank you for letting me read for you, my friend. Sounds good? Okay. All right. Pooja, I will get to you in 1 second. Yeah, it's unfortunate with my daughter having to go for therapy or treatment done in the US for her cancer, and then I'm scheduled for knee surgery next month. I'm not getting to many markets. I'm really opening up online and doing more group readings this way because I won't be able to travel and even get to local markets because I won't be able to. I have to have my knee up, and I have a really fun cold therapy unit that I'm attached to half the time now. It's good. It's cold. So, yeah. Good times. I am hoping to hit the rest of the Lethbridge markets because I do appreciate going home, connecting in with family and friends I haven't seen in a while. All right. You had an angel question, Pooja. Pooja, are you still around? Oh, yeah, there you are. Perfect. Guidance from the angels. For you right now, for your path. Pooja, do you work with your guardian angel? Because they have some amazing intense energy. She shines very, very bright. Yes? Okay, good. So Pooja, she's showing me a gold necklace with a pinky colored stone. I don't know if it's yours or one that you are going to be gifted somewhere, but it's important to you. It's very beautiful. It's not a rose quartz, but it's something, it's more of a vibrant pink color, and I can't tell what it is. All right, Two of Swords. That's all about decisions, about using your head, which is very important right now. The Eight of Cups in reversal. The Five of Swords. The Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. This is why this is not my favorite angel deck, but I haven't found an angel deck that I'm like, oh, I love this deck. There's a lot of decks I do love, like the Chromatic Fates I love. It's beautiful. It speaks to people. This is and then it has the little words, but most angel decks have that, and I don't know why. Okay, so we've got a lot of kind of uncertainty, conflict here. Now I'm really drawn to the Five of Swords. I'm not sure if this is an internal conflict or an external conflict that you're dealing with. Now, we're all dealing with Mercury in retrograde. People are more reactive, and you'll find over the next couple of weeks they get more and more reactive. And little things will trigger people. Also know that if this is an internal piece, people will reflect that. They'll reflect that energy back to you. So if you're having a bad day and having that inner negative chit chat to yourself, they're gonna have that negativity towards you as well. Sorry, what gives you clarification? You say yes. They give clarification. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Words are hard, and it is Mercury retrograde, and yeah, my brain is like, I don't compute. But the negativity is there. That conflict is there. Be aware of it. Oh, angel cards. Thank you. They do. They give great clarity. I just wish they had better pictures. Oh, do you know what necklace I'm talking about? Is it got a gold chain with a very bold pink crystal or gem in it? Okay. Um, yeah, decisions are hard, especially if we're having inner conflict and we're not reflecting in. We're not actually giving that time to make those decisions. We're feeling really unstable. There's a lot of kind of energy where you're kind of at a crossroads, but you're not prepping yourself to make that decision. You're not prepping yourself to move forward. You're kind of just, it feels like you're swirling in one spot, and it feels like it's getting harder and harder to make decisions. Best thing you can do is ground yourself. Easy ways to do that: work with the earth. If you don't live in a space like I do that it's still kind of frozen outside, get your hands into that tangible, right? Go for the walk. Literally go in and start to touch that earthy energy. You're not grounded. On my channel here, I have a lot of grounding meditations and meditations that can help with that stability. When we feel more grounded, you're going to be able to start to direct energy and direct presence of mind to what's happening. You can start to do some reflection. Your mind is going to calm, and you're going to be able to see more clearly. The angels want to help you, but some of it is going to be you helping you out. Without you taking some control of this, it won't happen. The Five of Swords is a challenge for you right now. However, if you are more stable within yourself, calm within you, balanced within you, you are going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more like that. You feel fuller, if you will. That energy cup within you feels like it's starting to fill rather than just keep depleting. What's more is that you're going to have more of a presence of mind as to directing where the energies go. What are you doing? What consumes the majority of your day, your time? Because we only have so many hours in a day. We only have so much energy to give before we're burning out. You need to take that step for you, that breath for you. Bring in the balance, bring in that grounded energy, and start directing things. And I would suggest when we get that monkey brain, or that like the brain that's going 50 miles an hour and you can't calm, go to a sink of water and run your hands under it to help bring down that energy. Please do not forget to breathe, because with conflict and instability, we have a tendency not to take deep breaths, which means we're not using that full frontal cortex. Right, you're overthinking things. So that's the monkey brain, where our brain is just going on fast forward. We need to slow that down. So taking deep breaths, meditations help if you have the time and energy to do that. On my channel, I've got free guided meditations. So they range between like 15 minutes to 30 minutes. I've got healings that are on the similar vein, but I'm sending Reiki energy to you. They're around 15 to 20 minutes long. So it doesn't have to be lots of time, but these little steps, you're using your tools. You're making decisions for you that are going to start to turn some of these cards. You're going to find that you feel stronger and more able to say, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to let my brain override me. I'm going to do some reflection to see where I've gone and what I want to do. You are meditating daily. Do you find that you are grounded and calm afterwards? Because when we start to turn these cards, the decisions are less cloudy and more in a high vibration. Yeah, your mind can easily wander. That's okay. If you have crystals, black or red crystals will help maintain that calm. If you find during a meditation, so if you go and meditate and just listen to some calming music and just deep breathe, you may want to try a guided meditation to hit into different tones and different avenues to support you with that. No, it's not calm. Okay, what I would suggest is definitely try a guided meditation and see how that works. If you're finding that doesn't work, other ways that you can start to calm your mind, you can start to write the information that's swirling out of your brain. I have calming meditations on my channel here. You can do intentional bathing. So before you get into a bath or a shower, ask your guardian angel to calm your brain, to calm things down for you. Okay? Things like lavender can help with calm. Amethyst can help with calm. Also cinnamon and nutmeg can help with grounding. Easy things that we have in our house. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, the energy, there's a lot of energetical push and pull. With Mercury going into retrograde, there's I want to say Surrey is also in retrograde as well. There's not a lot, but we came into 2023 on a retrograde, and I found that literally since the fall, the energies have been like waves. Using tools that are easy and right at hand, like water. When we're feeling overwhelmed, just go run your hands underwater. Nobody's going to question if you go to a sink and run your hands underwater. They're like, hey, hygiene, right? Taking a walk, and just, if you need to, put a reminder on your phone to take a deep breath. There are lots of apps to help remind you to breathe. The one thing that happens when we get overwhelmed, our mind is on fast forward, we forget to breathe, and we can't use up here. We can't use our thinking center. It's important that we use our thinking center. And most importantly, ask for help. So for something like a calm balance, I would be working with Archangel Raguel and Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Raguel comes in on an aquamarine color, and he's all about balance. And then Archangel Zadkiel can help with that release, and he comes in on a kind of an amethyst purple color. I think that you need to calm yourself before you're making any big decisions right now. Yeah. The decisions you need to make is going to be how to realign you so you feel stronger to move yourself forward. Perfect. And the easiest way to work with the archangels is to ask them before you go to sleep to help calm and release some of that stuff, but then also help you remember important information in the morning. Because a lot of times we forget. And then, this is important too, have a piece of paper and pen right at hand, like right at your bedside, and then before you get up to, go to the bathroom, go and deal with life, write down, just grab the pen and paper and just let your mind, you can close your eyes and just let it go. Get that information out before your lower self decides to help you forget, because that's a thing too. Very much. Check your emotions. We've got the Five of Swords here. That conflict, that lower vibrational energy, it's going to cause problems. Like I said, if it's an internal conflict that you have with lots of negative self-talk, your others will treat you that same way. So making sure that you're checking your emotions. How are you treating yourself? Right? I give tools and tips that are easy that you can use. That you don't have to go buy extra stuff. Stuff that you have at hand. But check your emotions. Check how you're feeling. That's part of also that reflection that we're not doing, we're resisting. Be strong. I like the fact that it does display that, you know what, life does get rocky sometime. Call in that grounded energy. Call in that stability. Archangels that have great stability, Archangel Sandalphon, fantastic. Brings in harmony, brings in that stability, works with our root chakra. If you're on the 5th dimensional chakra system, he does work with the Earth Star chakra. You can call in Lady Gaia. There's a lot of things that you can ask for help. And that's the piece. We have to use our words. High vibrational beings can and will not break the law of free will. It's just not going to happen. Cherished innocence. Don't forget to have some fun. There's a lot of swords, it's lots of pokey, lots of instability. We forget that fun element. Fun is just as important as the work. And sometimes when we get out of our head and we get out of our way, that's when we see the most work getting done. Try some creativity. We don't have a lot of creative cards on the deck. We do have the 8 of Cups, but bring in that passion piece. Bring in some fire. Bring in some stuff that's going to make you feel stronger and happier. When we are happy, that's a high vibrational energy. Joyous, connected, fulfilled, high vibration. That will help us. It'll also help us with some aha, because we're not overthinking things. We're overriding that monkey brain. And that's going to be an important part for you, is overriding that. Yeah. And that's how it feels. It feels like this little light is trying to burn really bright. I would really recommend trying some, and it doesn't have to be a long period of time. Just get into the creativity. It doesn't have to be arts and crafts. It can be if that's important to you. It can be anything. It can be cooking, baking, gardening. I have clients who are welders and that's their jam. And I'm like, great, go do it. The important piece is that you give yourself permission and time and energy to do it, because it will help you override some of this. What's more, you're going to feel better because we feel like, this is cool. I like this. I like this energy. And then it's easier to build off of. Do you have any other questions, Pooja? For everybody who's still in chat or watching this back, I am going to be live on my Twitch channel. I have a variety stream on Twitch. I do tarot, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to make my tarot. I might actually do some art. I think in the description, I have my Twitch channel. If not, I'll go back in and put it in there. Oh, I'm really glad it was helpful, Pooja. It's important not to get, like I said, too bogged down on the pokey bits and the stuff that, yeah, we got to get. There's my Twitch channel. Okay. We want to make sure that life has more balance and it's not all doom and gloom. Okay. So I will try and be live. I don't know if I'm going to do tarot tomorrow necessarily. But my theory and plan is to do these readings Fridays for sure, sometimes Mondays or Wednesdays. And then also I'm going to be on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure, as well. I'm just trying to branch things out. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to be available all the time for or like physical stuff, because I'm going to be going through at least possibly 2 surgeries this year. That is my Discord as well, so you guys can join that if you like, and that will tell you where I am and what I'm doing. I want to thank everybody who joined me live, who's coming and watching on playback. I will be live for sure on Friday. This one. There we go. Yay! I will be live on Friday to do my weekly exploration, then I'll open up the floor to some readings afterwards. But like I said, I'm going to be live on and off on here in Twitch throughout the weeks. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I do have links to below to my, well, let's see, I've got Patreon and I've got my Ko-fi pages for extra added supports. I've got more tools there as well. So you guys can go check them out if you like. And I want you guys to have a fantastic, phenomenal day. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to breathe. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully on Twitch, but I will see you on Friday. We'll see you soon, my friends.